Shalom, shalom, giving all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Rakal Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders that rule and teach within the scriptures. And salutations to the Akim that are doing this work in truth and faith and in all sincerity. Um, coming at you with another lesson. This is, definitely a time that we're in. And, through the Spirit, I believe that we're actually entering into the time of Jacob's trouble, because there's been so many events go on back to back simultaneously and at the same time, starting with the fires and so on and so forth. What you see in front of you is, we're revisiting the U.S. border, Mexico crisis that they have going on. And Trump has signed a lot of executive orders, okay, which, there's a portion of them that are anti-constitutional. And so, man, you tribes, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, the Esau, Edom, they're cooking up this NWO order, and you're not a part of that system, and so you must be eliminated. You must be unalived, and their purpose is to get this thing going. And so if you don't participate in that CHIP, then you're not going to be a part of this society when it's finally implemented, starting with you, Northern Kingdom, you Northern tribes, from Issachar all the way to Naphtali and Ephraim as well. That crisis is talking about the so-called undocumented workers, when this land was given to our brothers and sisters as a divorce decree from the Most High Yahweh Yahushai, fulfilling prophecy, because Yahweh said that this was going to happen, and it shall happen, and it is happening. Okay, it is even the time of Jacob's trouble. Let's go ahead and play this. You tribes better wake up, because this is happening real time right now. This is James chapter 4, verse 8. Okay, and this message is specifically for you tribes, because you're the only ones that entered into a contract with the Most High, and you're born into the contract. Okay, your foreparents took the contract, you're born into the contract, therefore you are part of this contract, this covenant, okay, which has punishments, and the reversal of the punishments, the pat on the back, so to speak, of being obedient to the words of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. This is James chapter 4, verse 8. Draw nigh unto Yahweh, and he will draw nigh unto you. Cleanse your hands, ye sinners, and purify your hearts, ye double-minded. Be afflicted and mourn and weep. Let your laughter be turned to mourning and your joy to heaviness. Yeah, that's right, because we're supposed to be in mourning at this particular time, and we're supposed to be crying out to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua to be delivered, and not only to be delivered, but be delivered out of Esau Edom's hands. Okay, and not partaking in his ways. I digress. I'll let this finish playing.
Los decretos, porque es importante regarding the decrees, because it's important to refer to the decrees signed yesterday by President Donald Trump, I would like to mention the following. First, the people of Mexico can be sure that we will always defend our sovereignty and our independence. We are already in communication, whether today or tomorrow, to start by...
Now, you got to remember that these people are puppets, because, you know, that deal went through centuries ago, whereas Esau Edom came, seen the land, he wanted the land, and he took the land, and he set up puppet leaders like you see before you right now. You know, that they read off of a script, and it's just a Hollywood act. That's all it is. You know, to get the people to believe they're actually sovereign when everything's being controlled by the elites.
Lateral talks, which are essential, especially with the arrival of President Trump, to establish all communication, respectful dialogue between our countries. El diálogo respetuoso. Por eso digo que hay que tener calma. That is why I say we must remain calm and have a cool head, acting step by step. So at this moment, what President Donald Trump signed is that the trade agreement continues, and they open consultations for the review that will be done in 2026. That's what it says. Regarding the Gulf of Mexico, beyond anything else, they establish it for their continental shelf. For us, it remains the Gulf of Mexico, and for the entire world, it remains the Gulf of Mexico.
We've been here before.
The leaders of Canada and Mexico said on Tuesday they were prepared to defend their interests amid an uncertain timeline on possible U.S. tariffs. President Donald Trump on Monday said he was thinking about imposing 25% duties on imports from the two countries on February 1st. Well short of the swift day one tariffs he promised before taking office.
We're thinking in terms of 25% on Mexico and Canada.
Instead, in a presidential trade memo, Trump essentially called for more research that could back future tariff actions. Trump's tariff threats on Canada and Mexico stem from what he says is illegal migration and fentanyl crossing into the U.S. Investors and foreign capitals had been bracing for action that could upend...
Now, wait a minute, fentanyl crossing into the U.S.? How's that even possible when The government knows everything, sees everything, knows everything, and got their hands in everything. So with that being said, for them to mention that you have so-called, quote unquote migrants or people from another country, so-called making this product, and lo and behold, the biggest drug users for fentanyl is Esau Edom. His kingdom's coming to an end, and there's nothing anyone can do to save it.
Long-standing trade agreements. The reprieve prompted a rally in global stocks and sent other currencies higher against the dollar. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau on Tuesday said Trump's promised prosperity for America will require Canadian resources to fuel it.
We will stay steady on focusing on defending both Canadian interests, but also on defending the economic relationship between Canada and the U.S. itself.
Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum said her government was already in bilateral talks with the new administration. Around 80% of Mexican exports go to the United States.
Sobre los decretos, porque es importante referirse. Regarding the decrees, because it's important to refer to the decrees signed yesterday by President Donald Trump, I would like to mention the following. First, the people of Mexico can be sure that we will always defend our sovereignty and our independence.
She also said her government will attend to the needs of migrants in a, quote, humanitarian way. Trump's memo directed federal agencies to investigate persistent U.S. trade deficits, unfair trade practices, and alleged currency manipulation by other countries.
This is Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 8. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her. Take balm for her pain. If so, she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her. Let us go, every one into his own country. For her judgment reaches unto heaven and is lifted up to the skies. So, with that being said, it only gets worse from here. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is not playing. This is the time of judgment. And a lot of you tribesmen sitting around with your thumb up your ass thinking that America's going to bounce back, and it's not. It's just going to get worse from here. There's no way that this place is going to bounce because it was already ready to be destroyed.
His election campaign, Trump vowed to impose steep tariffs of 10 to 20% on global imports into the U.S. and 60% on goods from China. Such duties would tear up long-standing trade agreements, including the U.S.-Mexico-Canada agreement, upend supply chains and raise costs, according to trade experts. The U.S. trade deficit now tops $1 trillion annually.
Yeah, this place is is really jacked up now. And that's a good thing because we've been waiting to get out of here for a long time. Okay. Salakiaki. This is James chapter 5, verse 2, and it reads, your riches are corrupt. And so why is Esau Edom riches? Why are they riches corrupt? Because they got it through rape, robbery, and murder. Okay? And not only did they set up a wicked system to oppress the people, okay, but they did it off the backs of you tribes, you Negroes, Latinos, you Native Americans, you 12 tribes of Israel, okay? Regardless of what country you're in. Your riches are corrupt, and your garments are moth-eaten. Your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you. Okay? That's that wicked pyramid scheme that you got that's running America, where you rob from the poor to become rich. That reverse Robin Hood, as you may. Let's see what else they got.
If you've been getting scam texts like these, it means your data was probably leaked online somewhere. Now, most of you can probably spot these.
One step back. One step back. Boom. Make sure you hold down that phone with your foot. One step back. One step back. Boom.
This is a short clip from Venezuela. And let's see
We're learning more about President Trump's mass deportation plan. According to a leaked memo, migrants allowed in the U.S. temporarily under certain Biden administration programs can quickly be removed. This comes after hundreds of illegal immigrants were just arrested on Thursday and hundreds flown out of the country by military planes. Local 10's Cody Weddle spoke to an immigration attorney about what this could mean here locally in South Florida. He's joining us live in Pembroke Park. Cody.
And Janice, this is so significant, because it's the first time we're learning that people who came here legally and currently have legal status could still face deportation. Effectively, President Trump ordering that those who came here under this humanitarian parole program are now illegal.
Could put her life at a potential risk and even greater danger if she goes back. So she's scared right now.
Juan Correa Villalonga's family, now one of thousands concerned about their relatives' legal status. The Department of Homeland Security releasing this memo Friday, annulling the immigration status for those who entered the country with humanitarian parole. His family sponsored his 24-year-old cousin through the program, and she arrived here from Venezuela in January of 2023.
It's uncertainty. You know, she lost her father to assassination before she was even born. She was born a week after that. And what this represented for her was an opportunity to feel safety for the first time in her life because she's grown up in Venezuela.
The Biden administration created the humanitarian parole program in 2022 to offer a legal pathway to nationals from Venezuela, Haiti, Cuba, and Nicaragua. Trump and his allies had long lambasted it as an abuse of the system.
So individuals that we are tracking, there are a wide array of tools that we have to identify and remove those individuals.
The memo stating that those who have not applied for asylum could be among the first to face deportation.
Since the program has been, since they canceled their parole, technically they have canceled their work permits.
Correa Villalonga's cousin has applied for temporary protected status, which he hopes will shield her from a hasty deportation.
I just hope that the way that this is carried out is going to take into consideration that these are human beings. These aren't cattle. These aren't just files and numbers on a paper. These are actual human beings that came here looking for protection and looking for safety.
So immigration attorney Wilfredo Allen, who we spoke to there in that piece, believes that those who came here through this program but have applied for and have an open case for asylum or who have been approved for temporary protective status will be at least temporarily shielded from any type of deportation proceedings. Now, between the
You see that? Okay, you tribes better get it together. Get your head out your rump. And repent and come back to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua before it's too late. Because it seems like a lot of this stuff is kicking off now. 2025 has been exciting from day number one. So with that, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying, giving our praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Rakar Kodash. And until next time, Shalom.